Hi, this is Supreet. This is literally my first video on YouTube. I'm very excited to be recording this. So the reason why I'm recording this video, I've been a mindset enthusiast and a trained hypnotherapist, and I embarked on this journey about 5 years back. I wanted to share my experiences, my findings, the introspection that I went through, so that not only me, but also my friends and others can benefit from it. I'll just share a small anecdote on how I got into this journey. It was a bit of an accident. This journey kind of kick-started after I made a long trip to Ladakh, about 15-20 days. It was a driving trip from Bangalore to Ladakh and to Greater Himalayas. Sometimes they say, right, you travel far enough and you begin to find yourself. I think that's what kind of happened with me. Okay, so enough of the stories. Let's jump right into the content. So what does it mean? What does it mean to have a right positive mindset? We've been hearing about it a lot. In simple words, mindset is a set of beliefs and attitudes that a person holds about themselves and also about the world, right? So it's both internal and external. We don't realize a lot about the internal part till we start that process of introspection, because a lot of it stays subconscious. Hence, we'll focus in my discussions more about the inner mindset, and that in turn influences what you think about the world, what you think about others. Why is it so important? Why is it so important to have this right mindset or the right attitude? Because everything that you see, that you experience, and even what you get, directly or indirectly, is related to your mindset. Of course, we'll talk a lot about this topic going forward, but I think it's very important, it's very key to know why it's right, why it's very important, or why it's right to have the positive mindset. Another thing that might come to your mind while you're hearing or studying about all this is, why is it never taught in mainstream education? I feel most of us are so skill focused. You're focused on finding jobs, including universities, right? And including parents. Talk about anybody. Everyone is focused around what is good for your career, and career directly translates to jobs. At least so far, that's been what we've been seeing in our society. So even though mindset influences 90% of what you achieve, it still is ignored. It's never taught, right? And hence, we have very little knowledge about it. So, you need to kind of do a lot of self-study, a lot of introspection. You start hearing from, great speakers, people who kind of are mindset coaches. And then you kind of start, understanding a little bit more about this topic. Also, I think in our society, and even in so-called advanced societies around the world, it's considered a weak topic, or sometimes even taboo. Like, having a humble, calm, and a composed behavior is sometimes considered a sign of weakness. And hence, we kind of think of, oh, I'm not willing to be considered as a weak person just because I'm calm or I'm peaceful. Someone who's angry, someone who does action. Even our movies kind of depict heroes in such a way, right? And hence we kind of have this inclination to take massive action. We are in that action-oriented mode. People like, I want to go through the grind, and I want to crack this, I want to do this, I want to have that killer instance. So I think you kind of get where I'm coming from. So how do we know that we need to adjust or reset our mindset of beliefs in specific, right? Okay, few things that are kind of indicators as to why, or do we really need this mindset reset or reset in our beliefs, right? I think if we see a prolonged period of time and if we analyze or we introspect and we see the same pattern keeps repeating, like let me give you an example to make this more clear. Like you change jobs and you see the same pattern repeat. Like you get you say that you feel that I've got bad colleagues, I've got a bad boss, the company is not doing things properly, and hence I'm a victim, right? So you keep seeing these kind of patterns repeat over and over. Or it could be even you started a business and you see that initial euphoria, and then it starts dying down, and then you start feeling, oh, I think society is playing against me, the market is not good, things, the government is not doing the right things, and hence I'm suffering, right? So you keep seeing the same patterns over and over again, and you keep wondering why. I think that's one of the most profound ways where you can kind of find out that your beliefs need a reset. Okay, we'll talk more about this. Another indication that the universe gives you as to that your mindset really needs a reset is when you feel stuck, right? Sometimes the feeling is so intense, and I've felt this myself, and I've seen a lot of my friends feel this as well. It's so intense that you kind of see blocks in your throat area. Sometimes it's in your heart, sometimes in your solar plexus. Like you feel something is stuck, something is blocking you from doing something, right? These are indications. I think these two are the most profound indications that your beliefs or mindset needs a reset. The third one is a little tricky to find, but nevertheless is very important and profound as well, is your body becoming the subconscious, right? So the most interesting example I found about this is like you get up in the morning, all the 5 days of a week, you take your car or you take a bus or whatever, go and get stuck in traffic. Somebody's cutting you off, an auto wala comes in a direction you don't expect to see him, and you start you automatically start swearing, or you get angry, or you don't know how to react to this, right? Now what's happening here is this can happen even on a Saturday and Sunday when you're not really going or driving, right? At 8 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning, whenever you've been seeing this event, at 8 or 8:30 in the morning you start feeling angry, and this is an indication that your body has kind of become subconscious, like you're unconsciously reacting, right? And let me give you another very specific example as to how the body becomes subconscious in a more positive manner. Like driving, right? So initially when you were learning driving, if you remember, you had to concentrate on everything, like turning the steering wheel, putting on the gear, pressing the clutch, accelerator at the right time, right? But over a period of time, over the years, it's become so subconscious. You don't even realize when you're pressing the clutch, when you're changing the gear, right? So the body actually becomes subconscious, and this happens even for negative thoughts, feelings. May not be so negative, but it basically becomes an habit, right? So lastly in this video, I want to say there is good news. This programming can be reversed, it can be reset, and we go back to our original self. Think of when you were a child. Think of when you were a lot younger, or when you were just younger, and you didn't have any of these blocks, when you didn't have any of these patterns happening, right? what, so you can definitely go back there, and live a full life, a happy life, and a more fulfilled one at that, right? So yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks.